Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for this From Self to Soulmate Masterclass. My name is Alanna Kaivalya. I'm the author of The Way of the Satisfied Woman, and I've been spending the last 20 years helping women just like you find greater satisfaction in their life. And one of the biggest things I work with women on is finding the right partner, finding the love that they deserve. So in today's masterclass, I'm going to introduce you to a 4-step game plan to experience the deep, lasting love and fulfillment that you long for and deserve, and up-level your love and relationships for good. So let's jump right in. All right, again, thank you so much for being here. I am so excited to have you for this masterclass. I'm going to give you the exact steps you need in order to find the true soulmate that you deserve. And also, let's say, who deserves you too. So just to make sure that you're in the right spot, and I have a very good feeling that you are, I'm guessing this is you. So this masterclass is for unmarried women in their 30s, 40s, and beyond who are struggling to find a committed masculine partner while staying in their feminine energy. This is a huge point because if we're not in our feminine energy, ladies, we are overwhelmed, we are exhausted, and we are misrepresenting ourselves to potential mates. This helps you avoid the weak and draining men who want you to do everything in a relationship, including pay the bills, while they kick back and enjoy your drive, your love, and your success and really offer very little in return. If you've experienced this, you know how toxic and draining it is. So if you've ever wanted a step-by-step path to attracting the right soulmate that you deserve and live the deeply fulfilling relationship that you crave, then pay very close attention because this masterclass right here, right now, has the power to totally transform your love life. And if I may be bold, it also has the power to completely transform your life. So here's what we'll cover together today. I'm going to give you a simple 4-step game plan to attract your ideal partner. Even if, like a lot of women, you're ready to give up on love. Don't give up just yet. I'm here to help. I'm going to tell you the real reason why you're struggling to find a committed and quality man and what you can do today, right here, right now, to start feeling more feminine, radiant, and irresistible. And let me also add that this is going to help you break through burnout and release any feelings of overwhelm, which, ladies, are killing us right now. Did you know that 80% of women today report a high level of burnout, which puts us in a very deeply dysregulated state, elevates our cortisol, affects our health, affects our mental health? It's not good. So not only are we going to feel more feminine, radiant, and irresistible, we're going to let go of those horrible, problematic, dysregulating stressors that are keeping us down. I'm going to share with you something surprising, which is why trying to be a strong, independent woman is absolutely the worst way to find a masculine partner, and a radical new approach that works 10 times, I'm going to say even 1,000 times better. And I'm going to give you a way to finally become the cherished, adored woman that your soulmate deserves to find, with all the love, support, and fulfillment that goes along with that. So I've included here a couple of pictures of me and my beloved masculine partner on the day that we set off on a 3,000-mile journey on his motorcycle around Europe. I'm not even kidding. There's no way I could have done this with this man if I didn't have a high level of trust and if I didn't know without a doubt that he cherishes me deeply. I sat on the back of that steed for 3 weeks and loved every minute of it. These are some of our most precious and cherished memories. And it's not just for me. You can have this kind of deep love and attraction and relationship too. I'm going to show you how. So here's my promise to you. Seriously, I'm going to promise you something right now. I promise to give you a start to finish game plan to find the deeply committed masculine man who will cherish and support you so that you can experience the deep lasting love and fulfillment that you've been longing for. And I know that you do, even as a strong, accomplished, independent woman. We are at some point in our lives going to crave that incredible, impeccable love. I want to share with you a little bit about me before we dive into my 4-step plan, my system for shifting you into the exact kind of feminine woman that your beloved masculine partner is looking for. So first things first, I said it at the beginning, but just in case you were a little late joining us, my name is Alanna Kaivalya. I'm the author of The Way of the Satisfied Woman, Reclaiming Feminine Power. Now, I'm very serious about this work. I've spent the last 2 decades diving in to what brings women greater satisfaction, and relationship is such a huge piece of that. I have a doctoral degree in mythological studies and depth psychology. I'm an educator, a speaker, a thought leader, and I've dedicated my entire career to building programs, coaching, training women around the world to embrace their authentic feminine selves. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how they did it. But I wasn't always like this, okay? This wasn't always me. I didn't, fall off the turnip truck with this attitude. I had to struggle a long time to figure this out. And truly, just like you, I'm guessing, I suffered for years wearing the heavy mask of the masculine and armoring myself up for the world. I was stuck in my masculine energy, completely burnt out, completely overwhelmed, doing everything for everyone at all times, and it ended up getting me married to the wrong man. Because of my strong, masculine, very capable, very independent, do everything for everyone energy, I attracted a man who was stuck in his feminine. And I ended up playing mommy to his wounded feminine energy. And I have to tell you, nothing kills love, relationship, intimacy, authenticity quicker than that kind of imbalanced and inauthentic dynamic. And in fact, it burnt me out even further. I was completely overwhelmed with trying to do it all and holding everything together, my career, my business, my finances, my marriage, my friendships. And even through all of that, I was so deeply unfulfilled. So I know exactly what it's like to feel exhausted, unseen, and disconnected from the love that I truly deserved, from the love that I finally found and that I have now. So it wasn't until I discovered how to flip my polarity, how to shift my energy out of the masculine and fully into the feminine. Ladies, everything changed when I figured out how to shift my energy and step fully into my feminine. And by doing the exact things that I teach you in this masterclass and through the rest of my work, I was able to reclaim my feminine power. I stopped overgiving. I stopped overdoing, overachieving, over-delivering, and instead started receiving. And through that power of receptivity, which is inherently feminine, I attracted my beloved masculine partner. And now, I'm here to show you how to do the exact same thing. So, does this sound like you? I'm guessing that it does, but we're just going to check in. So, let me quickly see where you're at and find out if any of this resonates with you. Do you sometimes, when you're out, look over at your partnered friends and wonder why you're the only one who can't seem to find a committed partner? God, I've been there. It is so annoying. I understand. It's painful too. Do you feel like you've tried everything? Online dating, group dinners, high-end matchmakers, but they've all brought you disappointment instead of true love? Do you worry that if you don't find a good man soon, you'll either just give up entirely or, worse, end up alone forever? This used to be one of my greatest fears. Do you feel like you've had to be the strong, independent woman just to survive and you are exhausted from constantly trying to be in control of every aspect of your life? Now, this isn't just a bummer, it's actually dangerous. This kind of exhaustion, overwhelm, burnout, which I mentioned 80% of women report feeling in their lives, isn't just an awful feeling, okay? It actually translates into health concerns, health risks. That high level of stress, that dysregulation of your nervous system increases cortisol, sets you up for autoimmune disorders, creates inflammation in the body, and the root of all disease, ladies, is inflammation. So we cannot continue to live this way under this heavy burden, doing everything for ourselves at all times, attracting the wrong men, and then doing everything for them too. Do you lie awake at night wondering if you'll ever experience the relaxation, the receptivity, the deep and lasting love and fulfillment that you so desperately desire? If this is you, I'm really glad that you're here, because I've got some good news for you. If any of this sounds like you, then here's the thing. None of those things you've been doing are actually the real problem. And most importantly, I want to tell you that you are not the problem. You are not too much. It's not you, my friend. You just need a better system. Here's the real problem. The real problem is that you haven't been in the right frequency. In fact, I would say that you haven't been in your authentic frequency for attracting a deeply committed masculine partner. And that bad frequency is actually blocking your ability to be seen and noticed by the right men. It means you've been without a reliable system for calling in your perfect one. And it's stressing you out, it's exhausting you, it's burning you out, it's overwhelming you. This bad frequency, this inauthentic frequency for you is not good on any level, especially for finding love. So I'm going to hand you the system to shift it right here in this masterclass. But for right now, please just understand this, that once you have this system, you're going to start feeling more feminine, radiant, relaxed, and irresistible to the kind of man that you actually want to attract. With this system, you'll have a clear step-by-step path to finding your soulmate and creating the deeply fulfilling relationship you crave. You'll finally let go of that heavy masculine mask that's been draining you and dysregulating you in order to step into the cherished and adored feminine woman that you truly are and that the right partner for you deserves. You'll experience the love, the support, and fulfillment you've been yearning for, and never have to worry about being alone again. I mean, unless you want to. But it won't be because you can't find the right one. And I promise you'll never have to lay awake again at night, wondering if you'll ever find the love that you deserve. Or if you have to put up with subpar men who drain your energy, your time, and increasingly nowadays, your bank account. Here's the bottom line. There is a system that allows you to attract a deeply committed masculine partner without sacrificing your femininity or your power. Even if you've experienced disappointment after disappointment and you feel like you're ready to give up. With this system, everything works. And without it, I'm telling you, nothing works. It's not just a lack of love, it's a complete breakdown. A breakdown, a burnout, an overwhelm of who you are as a woman. This means that everything you've been feeling, all the frustration, all the overwhelm, all the burnout, all the loneliness, all the self-doubt, none of this is your fault. You just didn't have the right system. And now you will. So here's one of my favorite pictures from our journeys around Europe. That's me and my beloved masculine partner on a little walk after a long motorcycle ride into Paris. We love this town. Now, I'm not saying you have to go on a motorcycle ride with your future beloved masculine partner, but if that is in the cards, then I want that for you. I want whatever it is for you that's going to make you feel most fulfilled and deeply loved as a woman. But before we get into this system that is going to change everything for you, I want to talk about the 3 mistakes that most all women are making right now, probably you included. So we have to talk about what not to do, because if you're like most unmarried women, you're likely doing one of these things. And you may not realize it right now, but these mistakes are destroying any chance you have of finding the committed masculine partner that you desire and that you deserve. I can guarantee almost completely that you're making at least one of these mistakes, if not all 3. So let's take a look at these 3 mistakes right now. All right, mistake number 1, and let me get through the explanation of this because I can already feel some like, wait a minute, but I am strong and independent. I love that. So hang on. So mistake number 1 is trying to be a strong, independent woman. This is literally the first and biggest mistake. If you are a strong, independent woman, endeavoring to do it all, and you are doing it all, if you can do everything for everyone at all times, at all costs, what I would say is that that's not strength and independence. That's actually overwhelm and burnout. And that's us as women following the narrative of our culture that tells us that we need to be the providers, that we need to do everything for everyone. That's not correct. The feminine are not providers. We are the receivers. So this might seem like the right thing to do because it's what we've been told to do, but it actually pushes masculine men away. The masculine provides, the feminine receives. And I know, if you're a woman who's been doing everything for everyone at all times, you think to yourself, but wait, if I don't do it, who will? If I don't do it, they can't. If I don't do it, they won't. Relax. When you slip into the right frequency, the feminine frequency, you give them a chance to step up and show you, and you give yourself a chance to relax and receive. Because by constantly trying to be in control and do everything on your own, you're actually unconsciously emasculating the men around you. You're putting them in the feminine frequency and you're keeping yourself in the masculine frequency. And when you're in the masculine frequency, let me tell you something. The feminine men are attracted to that. The feminine men who operate in their feminine energy, they're going to be attracted to you, the one who can do everything for them, the one who can play mommy for them, the one who can pay their bills, the one who can fold their clothes and their laundry and raise their kids. That's not the kind of partner you want. This leads you into a cycle where you end up attracting the men who are either intimidated by your strength because you got so much of it and you're so much in the masculine, or those men who put no effort into love or success and are just happy to be the submissive partner and have a strong woman to take care of them. I don't want that for you. I don't think you want that for you. So here's why this is a bad idea. Trying to be a strong, independent woman leads you directly to the wrong men and to loneliness. You're going to end up lonely in a relationship. You'll end up frustrated and likely you're either going to give up on relationship or love altogether. Okay, so we can find strength and independence in a different way, in a way that keeps us in our feminine, but we've got to shift that frequency. So here's the truth. This is like seriously the bottom line. There's a better way to find a deeply committed masculine partner without having to sacrifice your success or your standards. So I'm going to talk about what that looks like in just a minute, but I want to get to mistake number 2, which is relying on online dating alone. The second mistake, seriously, is relying solely on online dating. This is like the scourge of true love these days, especially for the powerful and strong feminine woman. Online dating is killing us because it is an approach that leads to superficial connections that lack depth. Look, now I'm sure at some point all of you who are here with me on this masterclass have tried online dating, or you have a friend that has. You know this. You know that when you swipe right, swipe left, it's a surface connection, that most people, when you text them through these apps, they ghost you, they don't follow through. These are not the men you're looking for, okay? If you're Star Wars fans, you just heard these are not the droids you're looking for. You're definitely not looking for those droids. You're not looking for those men either. It creates a cycle of disappointment and frustration. When matches don't lead to meaningful relationships, it's going to start to eat into your own self-worth, your own ideas of, what you want for love and what you want for yourself. I want you to find the right kind of love for you. Online dating is really just a temporary solution that doesn't address the deeper issues of self-worth and connection. All right, we as ladies, we have self-worth, we have value, but we're not going to see that reflected in these online dating apps. We're just not. I wish we would, but it's not going to happen. It's a huge problem because relying on online dating can lead to a feeling of perpetual loneliness and disillusionment with love. It's like a bad downward spiral. Let's face it. Okay, I'm going to get real with you right now. Masculine, quality men, they don't have trouble finding love. So most of these men are not even on these dating sites anyway. Masculine quality men are looking for the woman to draw them in, to attract them. They are willing to go out and do the work and find it. So you've got to be where they are. I help the women I coach with this all the time. But if you're heading to online dating sites looking for a partner, especially in your current masculine frequency, you are not going to meet men who are on your level, I promise. All right, mistake number 3, ignoring your intuition. Now, this is a mistake in every area of your life. In my book, The Way of the Satisfied Woman, I talk about this a lot. Intuition as a feminine woman is your superpower, okay? It's your superpower. And no one ever who ignored their intuition ended up better off for it, I promise. But we're taught these days to ignore our intuition because we want to favor masculine values of logic and reason. Bad idea. The masculine can keep their logic and reason. As feminine women, we can employ it when necessary. But our intuition is going to be the guiding force, especially when it comes to finding the right partner for us. When we ignore our intuition, it also causes us to slip too far into the masculine because intuition is an elite feminine quality. When you logically try and control your love life, rationalize it out, plan out your dates, it creates a huge block to attracting the right man. Instead, you end up settling for less than you deserve. Maybe a guy who looks good on paper but doesn't feel good in bed because you're not in your feminine frequency. And that's the frequency you need to effortlessly call in the masculine man who is confident and cherishes you. When we ignore our intuition, it leads to repeated patterns of unhealthy relationships, and you'll never attract the deeply committed partner you desire. Okay, so these are our 3 big mistakes. What we need instead is an approach that allows you to connect on a deeper emotional level with potential partners. So intuition and emotion are the 2 greatest qualities and superpowers of femininity. We need to stay in those powers. We need to, staying in those feminine powers also makes us more attractive to the kind of masculine man who appreciates your authentic feminine self and who empowers you to create boundaries and maintain your own self-respect in your relationship. And none of this requires you to compromise on your values, your level of success, or your standards. So here's the secret. All right, are you listening? Because now we get to it. This is how you shift your soulmate frequency. You have got to activate your feminine energy. This is the real secret. The real solution to attracting a quality man who cherishes, loves, and protects you. You've got to shift your frequency from overdrive, control, protection, into receptive, free, open, available, dare I say, vulnerable. by activating your feminine energy, which in turn helps you reclaim your feminine power. Ladies, I literally wrote the book about this. I know that this is our truth. Now, I also know that this may seem counterintuitive at first, especially if you've been hurt before, but it works incredibly well for 3 key reasons. Number 1, it helps you shift from performing, that outward drive, that control, that doing everything. So it helps you shift from performing to receiving. So you allow love to flow to you naturally instead of chasing it. I guarantee you, your healthy, beloved, masculine partner does not want to be chased. He wants to do the chasing, I promise, and he will. He will when he sees how incredibly attractive and receptive and in your feminine you are. All right, number 2, when you embody your feminine energy, it naturally draws masculine devotion and the deep, lasting love that only comes from a strong man who is ready to love. The strong men who are ready to love are attracted to this receptive feminine, right? It cannot be any other way. It's literally like magnets. You all know how magnets work. Opposites attract. This same kind of energy repels. We do not want to repel, right? We do not want to continue to carry this heavy burden of masculinity, which is burning us out, creating toxic cycles within our body, potentially leading to greater stress and poor health anyway. We don't want that. Shifting into our feminine energy has a huge effect on our body, mind, soul, heart, and our love. The other thing is it moves us out of any type of savior identity that we may be wearing. And this is really common, especially for women today. And it instead shifts us into emotional availability. That involves commitment. When we become emotionally available for the right partner, we are like his soft landing. We are the place he comes home to. We are the thing that he loves and cherishes the most. And we don't have to do the work of saving him. Savior identity, by the way, is a hallmark of codependency. And codependency is incredibly toxic and incredibly dangerous. So if at any level in your relationship you ever have this sense of having to save him from himself, from his situation, from financial failure, whatever it is, that is codependency, and that is not a soulmate love relationship. Emotional availability is also emotional intelligence. So when we have emotional availability for the right partner, we release any kind of resistance, and instead we foster connection and interdependence instead of codependence. Interdependence is healthy. Codependence, not so much. So here's the bottom line. I just want to acknowledge you and really tell you that I see you and I've got you. Because we've really all been taught that this old way of doing things, armoring up for the world, doing everything for everyone else, burning ourselves out, that our only virtue and value as a woman is to continuously give of ourselves all the time, no matter what, at all costs. These are outdated, ineffective, and frankly downright destructive to us as women, but definitely to our love life. All right. I know you've been taught this. I know that this is how you operated in the world, but you're here with me and you're here with me still because that hasn't worked. And it's time to do something different. So this is the system that I mentioned earlier. This is what is different. This is what is going to work for you. And it's got 4 easy parts, which I'm going to go through you right now. Part number 1 is reconnecting with your feminine essence. I think you've heard me talk already about how important that is. It's critical. It's absolutely critical. Being in your feminine is literally the key to your whole life, but for the purposes of this masterclass, it's the key to your love life. Part 2, cultivating emotional availability. This is one of the great superpowers that we bring into intimate partnership. We cannot expect it from our masculine partners. It's ours. We bring it. Part 3, mastering the art of healthy surrender to set solid boundaries. I know that sounds like an oxymoron. Don't worry, it will make sense when I explain it further. And part 4, activate your magnetic soulmate frequency. Ladies, I do not want you doing so much work. In fact, I want you in a relaxed, receptive state, a state that is not burnt out, a state that you are not overwhelmed in, a state you're not overdoing, over-controlling, overachieving. I want you to downshift into your rightful place as a feminine woman. That's your authentic self, and that is truly, I know it sounds weird or maybe scary even, but that is where your greatest power and your greatest love lies. All right, here we go. These are the 4 parts to this soulmate shift system. This is how you shift your frequency into the feminine. Part 1, releasing the masculine mask to reconnect with your feminine essence. I mean, listen, that heavy sigh is for a reason. I know the heavy burden of that masculine mask. I know the detriment of it. I know the overwhelm of it. And I know the statistical research that tells us how absolutely detrimental it is to us as women. I know all of these things. It's heavy. You don't need it anymore. Deep conditioning has kept you stuck in it, has kept you stuck in overdrive. So instead, I want you to let go of control in ways that feel safe and freeing rather than scary. And think about how much energy you're actually losing with all that control. The heavy masculine mask is absolutely control. It's us holding really tightly on the reins of everything. I've got to pick this person up at 3. I've got to go to the airport at 4. I've got to make sure dinner's done by 5. I've got to get up in the morning and do it all again the next day. I have to make sure the bills are paid. I have to make sure that this person's life is under control. This person's life. It is exhausting. It is so depleting. And it's dysregulating to your central nervous system, which is not good. Again, those high stress states increase cortisol, increase inflammation, increase your risk of disease, heart disease, autoimmune disease. We don't need it anymore. So we want to let go of control in ways that feel safe and freeing. This is something that I work with all the time with my coaching clients, my one-on-one clients, my group coaching clients. It takes some practice, but it is possible. It's possible to stop doing more to attract a partner, which is keeping you stuck in a cycle of attracting unavailable men who are in their feminine and blocking the love you deserve. I actually want you to do less. I know that sounds crazy, but if you're going to be in that receptive, attractive energy, you have to stop doing all of the things and go out and chasing. No. We want to attract. So I want you to grow your confidence, know your value, know your self-love, and make yourself more radiant through this process. That's what femininity is. Femininity is radiance. It's pleasure-filled. It's life force energy. This encourages you to embrace your vulnerability, which is really the key to attracting the right partner. Your healthy masculine partner, if you're too armored up, he's got nothing to do. If you're so armored up, you don't look vulnerable at all, how is he going to provide for you? What is he going to step in and share with you? You have to be in a state of vulnerability. You want to find the kind of man who can step up and, yes, claim you as his and hold the space for you to be in your feminine frequency. I don't care how progressive, independent, high-achieving a woman is. Her right masculine partner, she will feel such a sense of ease and love when he claims her. When he says, yep, this woman is mine. I cherish her. I honor her. I do everything I can to provide whatever she needs that I am able to provide. It's a beautiful notion. It's not a submissive notion. It's a reciprocal notion. And it is absolutely appropriate in this day and age. This isn't an old-fashioned idea. These are psychological energies at play. And we can cultivate the kind of relationships that we want in this day and age and maintain, trust me, and maintain our feminine power. So doing this, dropping the mask of the masculine, will allow you to attract the devoted partner who cherishes you without losing your authenticity. Even if you're afraid you'll be hurt again, you have to step into this energy. And that hurt is going to be mitigated, number 1, by finding the right partner, for sure. But number 2, as the feminine woman, we cultivate levels of emotional resilience, especially when we're in our feminine power. So once that's done, The next step is to truly embrace our authentic femininity. And this is powerful for so many reasons. It's a true expression of our own self-worth as women. If we wear the masculine armor too much, what we're telling the world is that we don't value our femininity, that we value masculinity instead. Sure, we value it in our partners, in those who are masculine, but for those of us who are on the feminine polarity primarily, we have to really step into that and embrace it. It allows us to show up as the radiant woman that we are, and that our ideal partner is actually looking for. And you'll get to skip over the emotional exhaustion of pretending. I mean, when you're wearing that masculine mask, you have to be the provider for your feminine man. You have to be his emotional support system. You have to mitigate your own emotions because a feminine man is going to be overly emotional and needy. They just are. I don't want to do that work. Do you want to do that work? No. Then we have to step into our feminine so that we can make authentic connections with the right partner and not overdo the masculine on their behalf for their benefit and no benefit to ourselves at all. You see, right now, if you're like most unmarried women, you believe that being strong means being in control and that vulnerability is a weakness. Being strong means being in your feminine energy, and vulnerability is one of your powers. If you keep seeing control and as strong and vulnerability as weakness, it's going to lead to a life of unfulfilled desires, misconnections, and isolation. Even in relationship, you'll feel alone. All right, part 2 is to cultivate emotional availability. I really want to lean into this because it's so critical. This is the thing that as women who are wearing too much of the masculine, we often diminish and dismiss ourselves. We repress our own emotions. And remember, for the feminine, emotions and intuition are our two greatest superpowers. When we're dismissive of our emotions, when we're trying to repress them, that ends well for absolutely no one. So we need to be ready and open to love and to engage authentically with others. That's what emotional availability is. This allows you to identify and communicate your needs clearly. For the feminine woman, our emotions are going to tell us what is most important to us, what feels good to us. If we're dismissive of our own emotions, we won't know. We're going to end up with the wrong partner because he looks good on paper, but we didn't pay attention to the fact that he didn't feel good to our bodies, to our hearts, to our souls. We're going to overlook that. We're going to get into the wrong relationship again if we don't stay with our emotional availability. This prepares us to identify and recognize genuine connections. When we're in our emotional strength, our power, we will see the man who honors and cherishes and values that. This is what lays the groundwork for attracting a loving, supportive relationship. It enhances our own self-awareness and awareness of the right person for us. It's a true expression of our deepest values as a feminine woman, and it's going to allow us to show up with greater confidence, a radiant version of ourselves that our soulmate needs most. We get to skip right over the painful parts of being inauthentic, holding all the masculine energy, being his emotional regulator, his emotional stability. We're going to skip over all those painful parts and go straight to the deep, true connection and fulfillment that you deserve. You see, if you're like most long-term single women, and I've been there, trust me, I have, you believe that finding love is hard and that you have to stay armored when you're not in love, when you don't have someone around. If you keep seeing it that way, again, there's just going to be more loneliness and disappointment. So part 3, we want to master the art of healthy surrender in order to set solid boundaries. Boundaries are beautiful. Boundaries are what keep people safe. Boundaries for a feminine woman, it's very easy. They are simply your strong, clear yes or your strong, clear no. And when you are in touch with your superpowers, your intuition and your emotions, you will always be served up from within you what your clear yeses are and what your clear nos are. But if you're armored up with the masculine, if you're donning that masculine mask, you're not going to be paying attention to that. You're going to miss the clear yeses and clear nos, and your boundaries will be ridden right over. No one is even going to see them. You might not even see them. So instead, staying in this beautiful, receptive, feminine place empowers you to prioritize your emotional and overall well-being. It allows you to trust the right masculine man to lead, to do some of the heavy lifting while you stay rooted in your feminine power. It allows you to feel safe enough to receive love without fear of being hurt again because you're with the right person. And it helps you filter out partners who do not respect your needs because you're in touch with your needs, and create a safe space for love to flourish. Look, if you're not paying attention to your boundaries, no one will either. And the right masculine partner will do everything in his power to cherish, to honor, to respect your boundaries. This is game-changing. Because when you attract a partner who values you, you build lasting connections and you cultivate mutual respect and his cherishing of your feminine nature. It is through surrendering to our feminine. It is through surrendering to our emotions and our intuition that we actually find the right love for us. It's not control that gives us healthy boundaries. It's surrender. It's not control that delivers the love we most desire. It's being in our feminine and healthy surrender to our emotions and our intuition. We don't have to figure out our emotions. We don't have to figure out our intuition. They are not logic and reason. That is a masculine superpower. We get to stay with how we feel, who we are, what's coming up for us on the inside, and staying with that gives clarity to our boundaries, and it allows the healthy masculine around us to help enforce them. They get to do some of the heavy lifting, which means you don't have to. Now, take a deep breath into that idea. Really, we have been working too hard. I want you to do things a little easier. I want you to do things with more ease, more receptivity, which is why part 4 is activating your magnetic feminine frequency in order to manifest your ideal relationship. It can be no other way. Your femininity is magnetizing to the masculine. It draws him in. This involves you deeply embodying your feminine energy in order to naturally attract a strong, capable masculine partner, which is what you want. You want that beautiful, healthy, masculine counterpart, the strong, logical, driven, effortful, the one who can do things, charge forward, really act on your behalf, and support you in all the ways you need to be supported. It is possible. It is possible. This isn't pie in the sky stuff. I've done it. I've helped other women do it. Feminine energy, by the way, is not passive. It's not submissive. It is strong. It is fierce. It is flowing. And it is about being fully in one's creative, pleasure-filled essence and allowing the space for masculine leadership and protection. There is a lot that the masculine can protect us from. We don't have to protect ourselves all the time. When a feminine woman has to armor up and protect herself, again, burnout. We're drained. We're inauthentic. We're dysregulated. We are in a state of stress, chronic stress, and hypervigilance. These are the symptoms of PTSD. And I understand. As a woman in the world, I get it. This feels like the right thing to do. This is the thing that they're telling us to do. It is not serving us. By living from our magnetic feminine energy, this is how we experience unlimited connection, pleasure, intimacy, and support from our healthy masculine partner. It's also how we get back to a regulated nervous system, how we get into a place of relaxation, how we embody and embrace our creativity, our abundance. This is how we make the most money if we're entrepreneurs and business owners. This is how we cultivate the most happiness in our communities, by being in this feminine essence. I know it sounds like a big leap, but I have seen women do it. I've done it myself. I've helped women do it. It is possible. And it enforces your belief in your worthiness of love, which is key. to creating deep emotional intimacy with a man without scaring him away. Again, that chasing energy of the masculine, scary, especially to the right man. That receptive energy of the feminine, deeply attractive. That emotional availability, deeply attractive. That surrendering to emotions and intuition to create clear boundaries, deeply attractive. Men love that kind of structure of boundaries that we create through this process. The right men will love all of you for it. It also encourages the men you attract to naturally step into leadership and devotion. Leadership meaning whatever rules that you set for your relationship, whatever goals you set, whatever you want to create out of your partnered life together, they are ready to take on that charge. And yeah, I mean, you're not going to sit around and eat bonbons. You'll do the work too. But they're energized by this. They're energized by it. They feel that structure and they fall in love and they move from that empowered place. It empowers the healthy masculine. When the healthy masculine is devoted to you as a feminine woman, when he cherishes you, it empowers him. Both people are empowered when they are in the right primary polarity, the right energetic frequency for them. It is mind-blowing to watch, and it is even more soul-fulfilling and mind-blowing to experience yourself. So when you put the finishing touches on your energetic shift, you ensure that you finally receive and experience the deep, lasting love you dream of. Do you see how this works? How it really is about you being fully embodied as a feminine woman to find the love that you truly deserve. So when everything is said and done, when you've done these 4 steps, when you stop making those 3 mistakes, you'll be able to easily attract high-quality connections and filter out the wrong ones for your perfect match. Your ability to call in the one will transform through the power of your own energetic shift and alignment with your authentic feminine self. You'll finally feel the security, intimacy, and fulfillment you've been craving. You'll effortlessly, okay, less effort. You'll effortlessly magnetize a deep, committed, masculine man who adores, protects, and cherishes you. I promise you, they are out there, and they are looking for this. You'll feel truly feminine and free, no longer burdened by that heavy masculine mask or the need to control and manage everything. You'll be truly empowered to just let love come to you instead of chasing it or forcing it or fearing that it will never arrive. And your entire life will change, I promise. Your entire life will change when you shift frequency. Not just your love life, every inch of it. Less stress, more ease, and a sense of deep satisfaction in everything you do. No more burnout. No more burnout. You can be one of the few women who are at ease and satisfied, fully satisfied with their life and their love. You'll experience a deep, lasting love like you've never known before. So here's the bottom line. Once you have this, once you really have this down, you'll have a start to finish system for going from flying solo to attracting your soulmate. Like I said, everything you've been feeling, the frustration, the self-doubt, the string of disappointments, the longing, none of that is your fault. You just didn't have the permission to drop the masculine mask and the system to shift into your feminine frequency. But now that you know this, you owe it to yourself to start using this system to shift your frequency and call in your soulmate love so that you can reclaim your feminine power, ease right now, today. This can happen in an instant. So right now you have a choice because I can help you. I have set aside some time in the next 24 to 48 hours to speak to you personally about how you can apply this system to call in your soulmate starting today. I know I gave you the system, but if you feel like you want help, if you want some support, I mean, you can do it on your own, absolutely. But as women, I know the power of connection. I know the power of having someone who has your back. And most importantly, I know the power of someone who has not only been there herself, that's me, but who has helped so many thousands of women around the world reclaim their feminine power, shift into their feminine frequency, and find the soulmate that they deserve. So if you want some help, you and I can hop on a Zoom call for about 45 minutes. And I want you to tell me everything that you're struggling with and everything that's not working in your life right now. And on this call, you and I are going to put our heads together and come up with a step-by-step game plan that is just for you so that you can completely transform your love life and really, let's be honest, your entire life and start feeling deeply fulfilled in every area, including relationship, faster than you ever thought possible. I know how quickly this can change for women, especially when they have the right support. So I want you to hop on this call with me, but I want to make sure that this call is right for you. So I have 2 very strict requirements that you need to be able to meet in order to hop on this free Zoom session with me. Number 1, I need you to be a single woman in your 30s, 40s, or beyond. Age is not really an issue here, who is used to working on yourself. So you're used to doing personal growth, doing the work to get what you want, and who is ready to prioritize finding your soulmate. If this is important to you, let's get this solved now. If this is not important to you, then this is not a fit. Number 2 is you must be serious. I mean it. You must be serious about finding lifelong love and be willing to invest what it takes to make that happen, because it's going to require you to do things. It's going to require you to change, to shift, to grow. I have helped thousands of women get exactly what they want, but it takes an investment in yourself to make it happen. You've got to be ready for this. If you're not willing to do that, then I probably can't help you. But if you are a single woman who wants to drop the weight of the masculine, get out of the cycle of burnout, and you're serious about stepping into your magnetic feminine energy, serious about finding your soulmate, and willing to invest what it takes to make that happen, then click the button that is on your screen right now to book your call. It's free. I've got time for you. I cannot wait to talk to you. Book the call now. When you click the button, you're going to get a little bit of an application form that I want you to fill out. That's going to give me some initial information about working with you, what you need, what you're longing for, how I can help you, so that I'm ready to dive in as soon as we jump on the call. Now, this is going to happen fast, okay? You book your call. It's going to happen in the next couple of days. And really, I am used to working with women just like you to create radical shifts and powerful change. And I want you right now to visualize walking hand in hand with your soulmate, feeling their loving embrace, and knowing that you are fully supported and exactly where you're meant to be, being the cherished woman that you've always dreamed of being. This can be you. You can drop the masculine mask. You can drop the cycle of burnout. You can stop doing everything for everyone else. You can stop attracting the wrong men. I can show you how. I've done it. I've done it with countless women. So this is your time. This is your opportunity. Don't wait. It's happening now. Click the button to book the call and let's do this. This is our time. This is literally why I created the Self to Soulmate journey. It starts right here. It is a step-by-step method designed to help you embody your feminine energy and effortlessly attract the love you deserve. And I know that this masterclass has been all about you finding your soulmate, but it is also really about you rediscovering your power as a feminine woman, you dropping the masculine mask, dropping what's not yours to hold. The masculine is not yours to hold. You don't need it anymore. When we pick up the feminine, when we own our strength and our femininity, radical things happen. Not just true love, but shifts, deep shifts in the way we earn money and the way we look at life and the way we spend our time. I have seen it. So when I work with women one-on-one as part of my coaching, or when I work with small groups of women, radical transformation that I can't even describe. I mean, it often brings me to tears, to be honest with you. So I want to do this for you. Hop on a call with me, click that button to book the call, and while you're clicking that call, so click the button, it's going to open up a page. It's the booking page. I want you to open it now, and while I answer a few questions that have come through as we've been on this masterclass, just keep that page open, because when I close out this masterclass, you'll lose that link and you won't have access to that booking page. So go ahead and just open it in a new tab, and let me get to a couple of questions. All right. So, all right, I have a question from Zara. Cool name, Zara. Zara says, "Oh my goodness, the pictures of your man are so cute. How long have you been together?" Yes, my man is very, very cute. We are coming up on, I think, the 3 or 4 year mark now, but we've been together a bit longer. And that 3-week trip around Europe was a game changer for us. It took me so much to surrender in order to do that with him. And again, in that surrender, creating clear boundaries, really announcing if I felt not safe for any reason, and really announcing when I felt incredibly good about something that was happening. It was one of the biggest catalysts in our relationship to really understanding that we were each other's person, as they say today. So he's an incredible person. He's an incredible being, an incredible man. I went through many, many years thinking I would never find him. I cannot tell you how grateful I am that I have found him. I'm never letting him go. And I want to help you find the same thing. All right. Thank you, Zara. All right. Okay. Maria says, "This opportunity sounds great. What if I'm busy in the next couple of days? Do you have more time for a call?" All right, Maria. So this is a really exclusive opportunity. And here's the thing. When you watch this masterclass, if you're still with me, I know that this is for you. Right? If you've hung in with me for this long, there's something in you that this is resonating with, and I want you to act. And those are the kind of women I can actually best help. The ones who are going to clear an hour of their time to hop on a call with me, who are serious about this process, who are eager to find love. Women who are really ready for this are going to make space in the next couple of days to speak with me, because they are ready to make that change. And I really want to harness that excitement and make sure that we capture that excitement for the greatest transformation possible, because that ultimately is going to lead to your greatest success and your true love. All right. Sarah says, "Come on, really? Can you help us find love?" Yes, Sarah, really, I can. I have done it many, many times. I have actually officiated the weddings of people who have found each other as a result of my process. In fact, that motorcycle journey that you've seen pictures of was across Europe to Italy to officiate one of those weddings. I am booked to officiate another wedding this fall. It is true. It is real. I absolutely help people with this. I have watched them find love. I have literally helped them go on dates. Filter out the ones that maybe aren't the right ones, answer their questions, strengthen their feminine connection to their essence, their feminine frequency, so that they can stay in their power. It takes a little practice, right? Which is why having someone like me on your side is invaluable. I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm not going to let you down, and I'm not going to let you off the hook. We are going to keep you in your feminine power. Literally wrote the book about it. So that you can make sure that you're not only in your most authentic self, which is what's going to attract the right person, but that you're doing less. I coach women in a lot of areas. This is my most passionate area. This is the thing that I love working on love most, which is why I'm here doing this masterclass with you, which is where the primary focus of my coaching is. But I cannot tell you how exhausted and overwhelmed women are. We're outpacing men 8-to-1 in terms of autoimmune illness. And there's a lot of research showing that that's a result of deregulated or dysregulated nervous systems. That high cortisol reduces our immune function. It creates autoimmunity. I myself suffered from Hashimoto's thyroiditis. And what our culture is asking of women today is not for women. It's not for women. This world was not built for us. Which is why I'm working one-on-one with women individually to help make your world, your life, work for you. And it starts with this work. It starts with this pathway. It starts, really, with you booking a call. If you heard that shake, that was my little dog, Roxy. She just walked in. So this is where it happens. Book your call. Okay, there's a little application form just to give me some heads up on what's going on with you so we can dive right in. As a result of the call, I'm going to hear everything that's going on with your life right now that we can work on. And you and I are going to come up with a plan. And it will be up to you as a result of that call if you'd like to work on that plan, if you'd like my help. It's a free call. You're going to lose nothing. And you're just going to get more support. And if there's something I know about women today, is that they need the support of other women. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I see you. I am validating your experience. And I'm telling you, there is absolutely a better way. Let me help you get there. Let's shift your frequency into the feminine and let's watch you flourish and thrive and fall in love. This is what I desire for you. Thank you so much, truly, for being here for this masterclass experience. I hope that you are walking away with something incredibly powerful and fruitful. And I certainly hope that you're walking away with a call already booked with me. Remember, click that button, open up the application page, go ahead and book your call in the next couple of days, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you so much for being a part of this world, a part of this work. Let's get you going from yourself to your soulmate, and I'll look forward to working with you and speaking with you very soon.